It brings a commentary how social media has affected things, how lockdown has affected things, which with lockdown being such a recent thing to happen in the grand scheme of time, this isn't something that's touched upon a lot.
I think this film is great for when it's coming out. Not a lot of films are made about lockdown, and it might not be specifically about that, but I think there's something in this film that everyone can relate to.
So originally it was going to be called The Motions. It was essentially going to be sort of like It's a Wonderful Life, but in a way that you don't realise that you're watching the character's alternative version of their future. So he was essentially like looking at his relationship, worried that he was going to go through the motions and end up, say, being miserable. But it was just sort of like this idea of, you see other people's relationships and you're sort of like somewhat influenced by them, and you just sort of feel like there's got to be more to it than this. Like, you know, why are you together? Why are you so judgmental of other people's relationships? It's questioning why people do what they do, and then worrying that this is what it's going to end up like for you as well.
I think anyone that likes a rom-com with a twist. The elements of a rom-com in the story. It has sort of thriller-esque aspects almost, and you never quite know where it's going to go until it hits that. It goes towards the ending, and it's something you don't quite see happening until it does.
There's going to be a lot of people, maybe they've been in toxic relationships themselves or have witnessed them firsthand in people, who are going to really relate to parts of Ruby. Hopefully not all of her by the end of the film. I think if you've ever been made to feel like you're a bit crazy by somebody, you're gonna find a home within Ruby's character, because I feel like that's the big part of who she is in this film. Being made to feel like she's crazy for something and then becoming the crazy. So yeah, if you like unhinged girls, this is for you.
When I sent the script out to the line producer, they were just like going through like a breakup at the moment at that time, and then when reading the script he said, oh, it's given me a lot of things to think about, and then he actually managed to repair his relationship. And it's weird to think of it having had that impact.
The hope of what they'll take away is just to communicate with each other, I think. This film presents a lot of issues regarding that. Like, communication is key in anything.
I think it will help people get a sense of understanding of where they stand within relationships. I think the sort of themes in this film, the way it tosses up between like, who do you want to side with, that will create a lot of internal conversation in people of where they stand in those sorts of situations, maybe in their own lives. I just think it's going to be a great like internal monologues going on when people leave the screenings.